Have you ever seen a massive skyscraper in the middle of nowhere? It feels wrong somehow, doesn't it? In today's video, we are going to tell you why North Korea is hiding this hotel from the world. So stay tuned till the end of the video. Let's get started. The name of the tallest hotel in North Korea is Rujang Hotel. It is located in Pyongyang, North Korea. However, not a single person has stayed there since the day it was built, more than 30 years ago. Not only has no one stayed there, but not a single room has been rented or even reserved. You must be wondering why such a huge hotel has been kept abandoned for so long. Well, that's exactly what we are here to tell you. But before that, let's take a look at some of its features. When completed, the Rujang Hotel will stand at a height of 330 meters. That's almost as tall as the Burj Khalifa, which stands at 828 meters. Not only is it the tallest building in North Korea, but it is also one of the tallest unfinished buildings in the world. It boasts 105 floors and has been featured in many Hollywood movies, including Team America, World Police, and The Interview. When built, the hotel was meant to have more than 3,000 rooms. All the rooms were meant to be lavish and comfortable. They would include facilities like a revolving restaurant, ballrooms, conference halls, and an indoor water park. To say the least, the rooms would have had breathtaking views of Pyongyang. But sadly, all of these luxuries are now just a thing of the past. Now you must be thinking why such a luxurious hotel was left to rot. Why did the North Korean government abandon the project? Well, if you think that's a mystery, stick around because it's about to get much bigger. In order to understand why North Korea is hiding this gigantic hotel, we need to go back to the year 1945, after the Second World War. The Korean peninsula was divided between the Soviet Union and the United States. This division led to two separate states being formed, namely North Korea and South Korea. Since then, the two Koreas have been technically at war. While the southern part of the peninsula experienced rapid economic growth, the north remained relatively isolated and poor. Despite the country's poverty, the North Korean government has always projected an image of wealth and modernity to the outside world. One way they have done this is by building massive monuments and skyscrapers in Pyongyang, the country's capital city. These structures are meant to show the world that North Korea is a stable and progressive country. However, in reality, most North Koreans live in poverty, and the country's economy is on the brink of collapse. One of the most iconic examples of the North Korean government's propaganda is the Rujang Hotel. The construction of the hotel began in 1987 and was meant to be completed in 2002. When completed, the hotel was supposed to be the tallest in the world. But as we said earlier, the project has been stalled for more than 30 years. Even though the hotel is technically complete, it has never been opened to the public. No guests have ever stayed there, and no events have ever been held there. The North Korean government has been secretive about the hotel's purpose, which has led to speculation that it may be used as a prison or a military installation. There are also rumors that the hotel is cursed, and that's why it has never been finished. These rumors may sound far-fetched, but they are not entirely without merit. After all, the North Korean government is known for its bizarre and often cruel behavior. However, the truth behind the Rujang Hotel is much more mundane. The simple reason why the hotel has been abandoned is because the North Korean government does not have the resources to finish it. Despite the country's claims of economic prosperity, the reality is that North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world. The average North Korean earns less than $2,000 per year, and many people live on less than $1 a day. With such widespread poverty, it is not surprising that the government is unable to complete projects like the Rujang Hotel. Another reason for the abandonment of the hotel is that international sanctions imposed on North Korea. The United Nations has imposed several rounds of sanctions on the country in order to punish it for its human rights abuses and nuclear weapons program. These sanctions have made it difficult for North Korea to obtain the materials it needs to complete the hotel. Despite the lack of funds and materials, the North Korean government has continued to promote the hotel as a symbol of the country's strength and prosperity. The government has released propaganda films and staged photo shoots featuring the hotel in an effort to make it appear as if construction is still ongoing. The secrecy surrounding the hotel has only added to its mysterious reputation. The North Korean government has been tight-lipped about the hotel's purpose and has not allowed any independent journalists or researchers to visit it. This has led to speculation that the hotel is being used for nefarious purposes. Some believe that the hotel is a front for a prison camp where political prisoners are tortured and executed. Others believe that the hotel is a secret military installation used for spying on neighboring countries. The North Korean government's tight control over information has made it impossible to verify these claims. However, there is evidence that the government has used similar tactics in the past. For example, the government has built several underground facilities that it claims are used for scientific research. However, satellite images have revealed that these facilities are actually used for military purposes. The secrecy surrounding the Ryeosong Hotel is all the more puzzling given the government's obsession with grand monuments. Pyongyang is full of massive statues and monuments that are meant to glorify the country's leaders. The government is also proud of its high-rise buildings, which it claims are symbols of the country's economic strength. In fact, the Ryugyong Hotel was originally intended to be the tallest building in the world. The government clearly values size and opulence, which makes it all the more puzzling why it has abandoned the Ryeosong Hotel. There are also personal stories that add to the mystery of the hotel. Many North Koreans are said to believe that the hotel is cursed. According to legend, the hotel was meant to be completed in time for the 1989 anniversary of the founding of North Korea. However, construction was delayed due to a number of factors, including a lack of funds and materials. Some North Koreans believe that the hotel is cursed, and that's why it has never been finished. The curse theory is not entirely unfounded. Construction on the hotel began in 1987, but it quickly became clear that the project was in trouble. The foundations were weak, and the steel frame was not strong enough. By 1992, the entire structure was in danger of collapsing. Construction was halted, and the building was left abandoned. The North Korean government has not given up on the hotel entirely. In recent years, there have been rumors that the government is planning to lease the top floors of the building to foreign investors. However, these plans have yet to materialize. The Ryeosong Hotel is a sad reminder of North Korea's failed attempts at modernization. The hotel was meant to be a symbol of the country's economic strength, but it has instead become a monument to the regime's incompetence and cruelty. The North Korean government's obsession with grand monuments has come at a great cost to its people. Instead of investing in the well-being of its citizens, the government has squandered billions of dollars on pointless projects like the Ryeosong Hotel. That's why the North Korean government is hiding this gigantic hotel from the rest of the world. If the world saw how pathetic their country really was, the North Korean regime would crumble within days. The country's citizens are brainwashed from a young age to believe that their dear leader is a god among men. If the outside world showed them the truth, the citizens would rise up against their government in an instant. And that is why the North Korean government censors everything. If you like this video, be sure to share it with your friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.